December 20th, the day after the fight, what do the headlines say about this fight and about you?
I don't know.
That's for you guys to write.
Although no official footage has fully confirmed these comments, several independent sources have reported similar versions of the exchange. What shook many observers was Shakur reportedly stepping outside the ring, raising questions about Teofimo's mental state and referencing past remarks that hinted at potential psychological concerns regarding his opponent.
Whether or not the fight is fixed, whether or not it's fake, whether or not it's, you know, this behind the wall deals being done and all those things. I think that as a boxer, you can see when a fighter pulls punches, you can see when a fighter...
According to a witness, Shakur reportedly told Teofimo that January 31st wasn't a therapy session and that he intended to expose every weakness inside the ring. Many observers felt these comments went beyond typical trash talk, turning the matchup into something emotionally charged and intensely personal.
So you've got ability and you have marketability in boxing. Now, unfortunately, how it goes is you could have the two best fighters with the best ability, but they don't have marketability. So they won't be able to showcase their talent to the world because broadcasters won't be interested and fans aren't that interested. So what we need to do is bring the marketability aspect into the...
Reactions quickly divided into two camps. Supporters of Shakur praised his composure, pointing out that Teofimo and his father had long made bold claims. Meanwhile, Teofimo's fans dismissed Shakur's confidence as overconfidence that might crumble once he faced real power, turning the face-off into a viral debate filled with body language analysis and fight predictions. The timing of the encounter also drew attention, as it took place unusually early in the promotional cycle, on December 10th in New York City, leaving nearly 7 weeks for the psychological tension to build. Many observers believe this was a calculated move, intended to heighten anticipation rather than keep it contained. Sources close to the promotion indicate that Turki Alalshik intentionally scheduled the face-off early to let the words linger, believing that the longer both fighters absorbed the tension and perceived disrespect, the more personal the fight would become. The strategy seems to be working, given the surge in online engagement and heated debate.
I saw a post back in 2017 on the night he defeated Vladimir Klitschko. Jake Paul was at some type of Disney Star Awards. Just your take on how this entire deal came together.
Crazy. I mean, we were presented with an offer to fight Jake Paul, and we took it with both hands. I mean, we'd be crazy not to.
During the press conference surrounding the encounter, Turki Alalshik reportedly confirmed that the winner of Stevenson versus Lopez would earn a major fight scheduled for May. This announcement instantly raised the stakes, adding serious career implications to an already high-tension matchup.
You know, AJ was going to fight this week, here. We didn't sign a contract, but we made an offer to Cassius Chaney. We were going to fight an 8-round fight here. We were going to rock up on fight night, just wrap the hands, and no one was going to know about it. And you wouldn't have seen him all week, we would have just turned up fine.
The face-off also shed light on the philosophical divide between the two fighters. Teofimo reportedly emphasized unpredictability as his key weapon, while Shakur countered that true elite fighters succeed by mastering consistent fundamentals rather than relying on chaos, perfectly capturing the stylistic clash at the heart of this matchup.
That was not a boxing match. Jake Paul had a very healthy fear for his life while he was in there. He was running away. He was trying to get distance. Then he was trying to step in to win this contest. And then he's trying to get out of the way so that he doesn't get hurt again. He was fighting.
As both fighters returned to their training camps, the boxing world was left abuzz with questions. This confrontation went beyond hype. It brought ego, history, pressure, and legacy into the spotlight, setting the stage for a January 31st showdown that feels unavoidable, intense, and impossible to ignore.
Now we're doing an 8-rounder a few weeks later for a 40th or 40 times the money we were going to get to fight tonight against Jake Paul. You can't make it up. I think it's crazy. I think Jake Paul, you know, respect to him, but it's a terrible decision.
Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez finally came face to face in a sit-down encounter that immediately sent shockwaves through the boxing world. This wasn't typical promotional banter or scripted trash talk. It felt personal, tense, and deliberate. Multiple sources in the room described an atmosphere so intense that even veteran boxing insiders felt uneasy watching two undefeated champions lock eyes, knowing that every word would carry weight all the way to their January 31st showdown at Madison Square Garden.
Jake was fighting for his survival. You could see that this animal who's been caged and is just trying to make it through. It was incredible. And any boxer that wants to say, well, that wasn't high-level boxing, go ahead. I won't argue with you. But any human that says that wasn't a fight, yeah, it was a fight.
According to multiple witnesses, Shakur Stevenson reportedly leaned into the moment with unnerving composure, telling Teofimo Lopez that January 31st would be the night his entire legacy would be on the line. He allegedly warned that both Teofimo and his father would feel the full emotional impact as every weakness was exposed, emphasizing that this wasn't a fight like Lomachenko or Josh Taylor, but a completely new level of challenge that Teofimo had never encountered before.
I'm just so proud of him. My mom has me.
Your brother fought his ass off, man. I mean, other heavyweights have taken that right hand and only took one.
I'm just so proud of him. That was incredible. In my view, that was a victory on all fronts.
Right.
Like, minus the actual victory, of course, but bro, like, no one expected it.
Those reported remarks quickly set social media alight. Fans didn't just sense confidence, they sensed precision and intent, with Shakur appearing calculated rather than emotional. Reactions intensified when Teofimo Lopez refused to back down, preparing to respond in kind, heightening anticipation for a January showdown that now feels intensely personal, not just professionally significant.
The last 6 rounds with AJ, in my opinion, he won 4 of them. People will argue that, he at least won 3. No one expected him to last that long. Rolled his ankle, broke his jaw, fighting, man. Like, that's toughness. You know, most people wouldn't have the balls ever to step in a boxing ring in their life. He stepped in a boxing ring with one of the baddest men on the planet, who's 40 pounds heavier than him and 6 inches taller.
Even before the intense face-off began, tension was already running high. Teofimo Lopez Sr. reportedly exchanged heated words with members of Shakur Stevenson's team, allegedly claiming that Shakur had never faced elite competition like his son and insisting that January 31st would showcase a level of skill the world hadn't yet seen. Insiders say these remarks only seemed to ignite Shakur's focus and determination even further.
That knockout.
Absolutely. And where is the Tyson Fury Joshua fighting happening now?
Yeah, it should happen. I think it should happen.
Who wins it? Who wins it?
Oh, don't ask me too soon. It's too soon for that, man.
Excuse me, Lennox. I'm sorry.
I miss you, Lennox.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Man? Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Just let me know your thoughts on Jake going 6 rounds with AJ.
You know, the fact that
the build-up to this moment had been simmering for months through interviews and social media exchanges between the two camps. When the face-to-face finally occurred, sources say Shakur maintained an ice-cold stare, barely blinking, projecting the aura of someone who already believed the outcome was inevitable, a demeanor that several attendees described as truly intimidating.
For someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade, he has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
I don't even remember what happened in the Tommy.
He lost a close decision, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight, though. He's a good boxer. If he wasn't a YouTuber, people would be way more impressed with him. Yeah. The problem is he was like a...
Witnesses claim there were moments when the tension almost boiled over into a physical confrontation. This was especially true when Teofimo reportedly leaned in, telling Shakur that he mentally breaks fighters before ever touching them physically, even referencing Lomachenko as an example. According to sources, the remark sent a noticeable shock through the room, leaving everyone on edge.
It's like more spectacle-ish fights. People were like, oh, this is you. He fought, you know, Nate Robinson, like a basketball player.
Yeah, but the thing is, he knocked Nate Robinson dead. And it's the way he did it that I was trying to tell people. I'm like, no. That was skillful. So like there's like boxing matches where you see two guys just slugging it out, one guy lands a punch.
For having me, and thanks for being involved in the event through Netflix. I think you did a great job as usual. I don't think it was a moral victory because he expected to win. I do think he showed who he is as a fighter. I think he deployed the strategy that he was very clear about going into, that he was going to look to make AJ miss, and AJ missed. For having me, and thanks for being involved in the event through Netflix. I think you did a great job as usual. I don't think it was a moral victory because he expected to win. I do think he showed who he is as a fighter. I think he deployed the strategy that he was very clear about going into, that he was going to look to make AJ miss, and AJ missed.
Like, we would think about you to fight Jake. I'm like, what? Say, we think about you to fight Jake, to replace Javante. I'm like, who's Jake? You know, like, I was so confused, you know, like, I wasn't expecting that at all. And he said, yeah, Jake Paul, you know, he's fighting. And I'm like, no, bro, come on, don't.
A number of times. And ultimately, I think the weight of AJ caught up to Jake Paul. If you look at the first 3 rounds, AJ wasn't really able to touch him. But when AJ was in a clinch with him a couple of times, pushed down on the back of his neck, pushed down on the back of his head.
I mean, don't disrespect me like that. And then they even say like, they even come out after and say, and what if the number are good? He sent out some number. I'm like, it's not about the number. If it was about the number, we could have started off. I would have tell you, I'm not just interested. It makes no sense for me. It's not my what I'm looking.
The takedown. Again, that was Jake trying to engage in the clinch, and AJ smartly moved back. In one instance, I think it was the 5th round, Jake engaged for a clinch, AJ moved back and started punching down on Jake's back. So all of those things kind of deteriorated or emptied Jake's gas tank a lot earlier than I think he expected it to.
The psychological battle intensified when both fighters were asked about their game plans. Sources report that Shakur directly told Teofimo he had studied all his weaknesses, highlighting struggles against mobile opponents and claiming he is superior to the version of Lomachenko Teofimo once faced, a statement that targeted Lopez's most celebrated victory. What stands out about the Stevenson versus Lopez face-off is how little of it feels staged. Real tension has a distinct texture, and anyone present could sense it in the pauses, the eye contact, and the way neither man rushed to fill the silence. Both clearly understood what was at stake, beyond belts, beyond paychecks. Shakur Stevenson projects the confidence of someone who believes time is on his side and inevitability is his greatest weapon. His composure isn't loud or frantic, it's measured and deliberate. When a fighter speaks as if the outcome is already written, it usually means one of 2 things. Either they are bluffing, or they've seen something in training and footage that makes them feel untouchable. Teofimo Lopez, by contrast, thrives on chaos and emotion. That unpredictability can be his greatest strength, or his biggest liability. When focused, he has beaten elite fighters and stunned the world. But when emotion takes control, his performances can swing dramatically. Shakur seems intent on drawing him into that unstable space. Teofimo Sr. adds another layer of volatility, amplifying confidence, pressure, and noise. Sometimes that pushes Teofimo to rise to the occasion, but other times it adds a weight that's difficult to carry, especially against an opponent like Shakur, who remains calm enough to let that pressure work against him. By the time January 31st arrives at Madison Square Garden, this won't simply be a fight of speed versus power or defense versus aggression. It will be a battle of who managed the weeks following the face-off better, who slept easier at night, and who transformed words into motivation instead of distraction. At this level, the mental fight often determines the physical one before the first punch is ever thrown.